What's good, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again. Got 'em early. Yeah. Woo! We got 3 sneakers for you guys and girls today. One of the sneakers has not been seen since 1982 and is now being brought back as a lifestyle model that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. The next one is another shoe we've seen recently debut for its first ever colorway, with a new colorway coming out once again, and I think that the basketball people are going to enjoy this one. And last but not least, it's been since 2006 we've seen this colorway hit the streets, man, and it's finally making its comeback, and it's definitely going to be a shoe that if you missed out back then, you're definitely going to be able to get your hands on it now. Let's dive straight into it, man, with got 'em early. All right, guys, the first thing we got in the building, man, you've seen this box recently on this channel. This is, of course, the Book 1, and in particular, what we got here today is a brand new colorway, the Book 1 Ashen Slate. Now, I don't know what kind of goddamn name that is. Ashen Slate. Ashen. All right, look, it is what it is. On the box, it says Ashen Slate / multicolor Book 1, and there is currently, as we make this video, no set release date on this sneaker. Now, we do know the retail on the previous pair, the Mirage, that is released, or probably has released by the time you watch this video, released for $140. This one should be coming in at that $140 as well. And it looks very similar to that Mirage type of color palette, the layout overall from the material standpoint, but the actual colorway and color palette is completely different. It's a whole monochrome, or monotone color of that ashen slate on the upper. You do have a very nice, and I would say this is actually softer than that previous Mirage material on the forefront of that suede. Then you have, of course, that, I forgot the particular name, I said it in the previous video. It's a canvas, like a deconstructed or a constructed canvas. And then you got, of course, the leather Nike swoosh around there, a big Nike swoosh that is. And then that suede around the collar that is perforated as well. Big, thick tongue, that is what she said. Get your mind out the gutter. And of course, you got that lovely herringbone outsole for you, ballers out there. We also seen another colorway, like a cool gray colorway that has hit the scene. This is another one. I think this one is actually releasing this actual month of February. So be on the lookout for maybe a more updated release calendar for that from Nike or Sneaker News or Sneaker Bar Detroit. At the end of the day, you got the chapter 1 on the back, which is like the binder, the binder of a book, as well as the inside here are the pages, or the spine of a book, I would say. And then you have the pages with inside there, these different loops. 96 on the front for Devin Booker's birth year, right there. Also on the shoe, on the left shoe in particular, is a barcode with 001, which is for Devin Booker. 616 is his hometown, Grand Rapids. 228 is where he grew up at in Mississippi, and then 602 is in Phoenix, Arizona. So that is the layout there, and that is also featured on here as well. On the back of the shoe is his family's crest, which he has there. It's basically it's a D down there, M, and then like a, I don't know what that is at the top, but basically it's his family crest. You got the Book 1 with the Nike check, and you had this ashen slate. Overall, a very comfy shoe. We did a review on the Mirage. Probably won't do a review on this, but it is worth noting to keep your eyes and ears out on these, because for the most part, man, the Mirage is going for like $300 last time I checked. Now, they might go down as the release comes. This might not hit the same. Who knows? But for 140 bucks, what we're paying now for shoes, it is a breath of fresh air seeing a price of 140 for a basketball shoe coming from by far one of the best players in the league right now. Ashen Slate, coming soon. Next up, we have here a shoe that's being brought back since 1982, and that is the Nike Field General 82 SP. Now, this is the Field General. This is actually a football sneaker that has since been brought back and changed slightly into a lifestyle sneaker. If you see the original Field Generals that came out back then, they would have cleats on the bottom. It seems like they just chopped the cleats off. And the Field General was a football shoe from 1982. And it says white/varsity red. Nike Field General 82 SP. SP may be more likely special purpose. And this is actually the original colorway. Like, this is an actual colorway that had released back then. And some notable people, or a notable person that I knew that wore these in particular, was Archie Manning. So he wore these back then. And as you can see, I mean, how basic these are. Not to say in a bad way, but they're basic. Like, I'm speaking from the standpoint of it being like for a football shoe basic. Like, this ain't that, bro. Like, this ain't nothing, bro. This like nylon, or they called it ballistic nylon, and then you got your just typical grain leather. Like, you get a cleat on this bad boy, you're feeling that paint, bro. Straight up, for real. And from what I was reading, release date on this, February 29th. We are in leap year, and retail price point $100 flat. We do know of the general purpose. We've seen the Tom Sachs collaboration with the general purpose that looks very similar to this shoe, but this is the special purpose, which I guess is, I feel like the general, my bad, but I think I've been saying special purpose. I feel like the general purpose sneaker was the Field General swapped out into a lifestyle sneaker, right? I thought that's what it was. I don't know. I'm not a big, like, that's something that Blake Yarborough and Harrison Neville would know, that this is their damn type of, this is their sneaker right here, right? But the Field General, it seemed like they brought it back as it's like as the original Dundada and kind of lifestyleized it. Like, that's a word I just made up, but made it more lifestyle, you know, with removing of the cleats and letting it be a shoe for itself. And we've seen similarities of that with a lot of shoes. I mean, Emmitt Smith recently got his shoe dropped. Now, I know a lot of the time when it comes to some of these football sneakers, they already come like this as well, because when playing on turf, it's, you don't need as much of that cleat into the ground on turf like you do on, you know, your typical grass. We've seen it. This is kind of like Nike's, I would say, jab at the Sambas. You feel me? They both are OG sneakers that have been around for quite some time. I'm not trying to say which one came first, but the Samba is another one of those shoes, which is a football sneaker as well. But football, this is American football, but you guys can see that the Samba, you know, it's like, you know, people are wearing that for indoor soccer, and for outdoor soccer, there's cleats, I believe, for the Samba as well. So this is kind of Nike's, you know, come into that lifestyle field. And this bottom, I feel like you could probably utilize that on turf. I mean, it's still got that little waffle. Definitely good for running at the end of the day. But I think people are gonna be buying this for lifestyle at the end of the day. And it's a very basic shoe, but at the same time, it's $100. So to each its own. These are also going to be, this specific Field General is gonna be in a collaboration with Union coming soon. So stay on the lookout. I've seen, there's already pictures out. Nike and Union are collaborating on the Field General for 2 different colorways. Maybe one is gonna be like a exclusive to Union only, and then the other one's gonna be online to the masses. But I do know that the Union and Nike Field General will be having a collab coming out later in the summertime for the most part. So stay tuned, February 29th. Last but not least, the Jordan 5 Olive. Man, oh man, it's been a very, 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 very long time. Almost 20 years, bro. 18 years. Damn, bro. That's crazy, bro. Am I tripping? Like, I need to make sure Alexa, how long ago was 2006?
2006 ended 17 years, 1 month, and 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, 17, it'll be 18 at the end of this year. Damn, bro. Time is going crazy, bro. Like, the reason why I said that is 2006 is when I was a freshman in high school. And I've already told you guys, if you've been following this channel, that they've been bringing out the 2006 shoes like crazy. So anything that, like, I feel like we're like in the retro side of Jordan brand is everything 2006 and up, at least. We'll say that. We'll say it up to be a little bit safe. But what I mean, Olive 5s, 2006. Thunder and Lightning Jordan 4s, 06. Big Bang or Green Bean 5s. I believe that's like 06 as well. Citrus 7s, I believe that's 06 as well. Burgundy 5s, I believe that's 06 as well. And if it ain't 06, it's 07, 08. It's when I was in high school. But my point is you guys can see there's something going on there. They're bringing those 06 shoes and bringing them back. I want to even say the Jordan 7 Chambrays, or hopefully I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, you get that point as well. Like, there's a lot of these shoes that are now coming back that were from that 06 time period. And I'm loving it. I'm taking full advantage of it at the end of the day. These though, the Jordan 5 olive, full effect, man. Quality, really, 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 really nice. Price point, not so much. March 9th, retail price point is $210. Are they gonna sell out? I think they'll do fairly well. It's hard to say. I might clickbait the title and say they'll sell out. Who knows? We'll see how I feel. But this is definitely probably on the list as one of my most anticipated sneaker releases. And I did a list already, go and check it out. But definitely probably one of them already on that list. The Galaxy 4s the KD Galaxy 4s are definitely up there. And this one is not that far behind it. We did see the Jordan 5 Burgundy, which was definitely one of my anticipated sneakers from last year. And this is another one as well. The material is a very, very soft, I have to call it suede, because when I'm rubbing my finger on it, it's flipping back and forth from light to dark. As far as the material utilized here, because it looks like it's kind of scratched or scuffed throughout the whole entire shoe, it reminds me a lot of the Jordan 5 Bel Air, but the original Jordan 5 Bel Air from back in 2013, I believe, when they released. And I could be slightly wrong and off, but I want to stick to my guns and say that these are very, very close to that type of material and feeling. I mean, it's been a long time. I got rid of my Bel Airs like probably back in 2015 or something like that. The color was just a little too much. But it does have a lot of that scuffing and scraping and like texture going on throughout the whole entire shoe. The colorway on here is a army olive / solar orange. Also, I noticed, which was weird, bro, and I haven't seen one of these boxes in a minute, but bro, am I tripping? Like, look at the Jordan, man. This nigga is leaning, bro. Is Jordan always leaning like that, or am I tripping? Like, I feel like I'm not tripping, bro. And guys, you know I don't mess with the foo, so you can't question it. Okay, I don't know, cause he's kind of leaning. He look like he leaning way more, man. My nigga is leaning into the rim, bro. And I'm just looking to see if I can find. Nah, I don't have another one of these international flight boxes. But my guy is tilted towers, bro. I don't know if I'm tripping, if my eyes are playing with me, but I saw this earlier. I'm like, yo, why is my guy leaning like that? I don't know, y'all. It just kind of bothered me. I'm not worried about these being fake. Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying the box. Like, I don't like the. He's just leaning. He's leaning too strong. Did they print this motherfucker wrong? Like, I don't know. Inside the box, you got your QC code right there. You got your other code on the box. Typical basic paper. March 9th, 210. You guys know how I feel about that price point. So are these gonna sell out for the most part? The Burgundy 5s sold out in different stores that I knew online, but they were sitting on Nike at the end of the day. And they sat on Nike for a little bit until they kind of probably went like on a little sale, maybe like 15-20% off, and that kind of got them up out the door. So I will say, like, I feel like certain stores will do well with these, certain stores will get them up out of there, and then Nike, you know, probably, if the Burgundies sat how they did, I personally like these a little bit more than the Burgundies. I'll leave it at that, right? So is that enough oomph to get rid of them? That part, I just don't know. These are releasing in like what, 3 weeks from now? And let me just check out the secondary market. Obviously, they're gonna be going for a lot now because they haven't released. That's pretty obvious. $255 for my size right now though. $255 for my size, and I'm seeing $275 for certain sizes, even $290. $255 for my size plus maybe like 20 more bucks with the fees. $270, retails $210. We can say it's $220 with the taxes and shipping or whatever. So you're gonna be paying about $50 above retail right now on a shoe that doesn't come out until almost like a little bit over a month from now. That's potential that this shoe will probably drop down in price and be fairly easy to get your hands on. And I'm all for that at the end of the day. I want us to be able to get our hands on these shoes. It's more so also to dictate whether or not though, is it something that you need to get up bright and early and go get your hands on, or can you take your time? You know, that's something that I always like to talk about as well. But quality, craftsmanship, sorry I'm talking all over the place, amazing. 8.5, you got the inside with that, was it called, is it Total Orange or Solar Orange? And the olive Jumpman, Solar Orange Jumpman on the back. 3M tongue, of course, as always, and great quality sneaker. This is definitely going into the collection. I like these. These might even go in the collection. $100, I might just keep it moving, but these are coming home, okay? These are definitely coming home with your boy at the end of the day. So as far as like right now, the shoes that I've copped this year and have kept have been Reimagined 4s, Galaxy 4s, and these are gonna be added in as well. Everything else I wanna say I kind of have passed on for the most part. I might be missing a shoe or two, but that's where we are currently at. This is though definitely going to be the big shoe for March. There might be some more popping up, but this is definitely what my eyes are on at the end of the day. We're gonna get a full-on review out. Quasimodo neck bone, pussy popping on the handstand, as always on this shoe. And yeah, man, the Jordan 5 Olives coming home, baby. I'm coming home. I'm out. I love y'all. Peace.